The plan for this transfer window is pretty simple, I guess, but it is to have a rebuild and hopefully build a good enough squad to take us back to the Premier League, and hopefully without getting sacked. Hello, welcome to Club 5 Part 3 of the English Journeyman, and in today's episode we shall be doing our transfer special with Sheffield United. It feels like every season I'm doing a different transfer special with a different club. That seems to be the way things are going, but hopefully that doesn't happen. We don't get sacked this year, so fingers crossed. We make some good signings. I'm not saying we made some terrible signings for Swansea. I guess we just weren't good enough with them. And not to mention they didn't really give me any money. I think most of these players, I didn't sign any of them. So I'm not going to go through them. It seems pointless because I didn't sign any of them. So the board did want us to attempt to avoid relegation. We did. I mean, the last day could have gone one or two ways, but it did go the slightly worse way. We did get relegated. It's annoying, but I think we can definitely bounce back next year. Kai was the top goal scorer with just 8 goals. I mean, that is shocking. I mean, we definitely need to get a better striker. Yeah, I mean, league-wise, shocking last year. I was only in charge for the final 7 games, so I can't really say much. Our biggest win last year was 3-1, which was against Portsmouth. I definitely wasn't in charge for that game. Our match to remember was a 2-0 win over Southampton. Again, wasn't in charge for that game. Our goal of the season went to Lewis Cook against Norwich. I think I was definitely in charge for that game. Club reputation is actually quite good. It's 3.5 star, which is actually probably the best we've ever had in this save. I don't know what Swansea and Middlesbrough were like. I don't think they were 3.5. But annual revenue, that is quite hideous, I would say. It's all in the red, so hopefully this year it should be all in the green. I'm gonna try and plan to have a decent run in either the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup. Not sure how easy that will be, but we'll try. Our best 11 this year was Mayor, Williams, Hayward, Andrew and Lawrence at the back, Stoller and Otasawi in the midfield. Then interesting to see they chose a 4-2-3-1, not a 4-3-3, but they did. So they are KK on the right, Soto on the left, Mihai in the middle, and Tillman up front. So we barely used up front, so maybe we do try and use him up for there. I don't know. I'm still not sure what formation we're actually going to be playing next year. So we might be playing 4-3-3, might be playing 4-2-3-1, might not be playing any of those. So Soto got Fans Player of the Season, Hayward got Young Player of the Season. Did no one get Signing of the Season? No one got Signing of the Season. I mean, that's just quite weird. KK with top goal scorer and most assists, 8 and 6. I mean, it's tragic, that. 14 goal contributions all season. That is absolutely terrible. Hopefully that does improve for this season. And yes, we did start at Oldham, and now we're at Sheffield United. In terms of transfers, I don't really know what I'm going to do. Coaching staff has gone down by 1. Scouts have gone down to 10, but that's fine because we've only got 10 scouts. So, yeah, I'm not really too bothered by the staff number updates. Singo, he's leaving anyway. Yeah, that's fine. Who is in the best 11? Is there anyone that I think most of them are still actually at the club. Williams, he's still at the club. Rodon's not. Where is he? He's retired. Well, that's very surprising. How old is he like now? He's like 20. Is he not like 26, 25? Yeah. Foderingham, he's retired, so he can't come back. Lawrence and Andrew are both still at the club. Cook and Casavenda are both still at the club for now, until we might sell. I think Cook is actually out of contract, so yeah, but he is definitely leaving, because he's obviously not good enough. Rhian Brewster, where's he at? He's at Brentford. How has he been doing? Okay. Went to Brighton. He went to Brighton from Sheffield, then went to Brentford. Right. And is at Fenerbahce. Again, he's old. Kai's still at the club. Solanke is he's at Celta Vigo. 34 years old, getting pretty terrible. Got Aino on the bench. He could be a very good player if we can get him, but he is 33, so chances of us signing him are very slim. But you never know. What do they want us to do next year? Play possession football? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Make the most of set pieces. That's all good. Sign players under the age of 20, so wonder kids? Possibly, if we have enough transfer money. I'm not sure how much we've got. I think we've got 4 million. Plus a little extra from player sales. So, maximum 1-year contracts for players over the age of 34. That's fine. Maximum 2-year contracts for players over the age of 32. Maximum 3-year contracts for players over the age of 30. Is he mental? I would never give an over 30-year-old a 3-year contract. Probably just a 2-year contract. Or, yeah. They're minimum 3-year contracts for first team players. Then they want us. Okay, so I do presume that they want us to get promoted this year. Because it still says work towards becoming an established team. Maybe that's because our relegation hasn't been officially announced yet. But I'm going to presume it as that. Yeah. End of next season, gain automatic promotion to the Premier League. Okay, we can do that. Yikes. Our dressing room atmosphere is not good. Looks like we might have to sell some players. Right, let's go back up as champions. Come on, have a little bit more ambition about yourself. Promotion challenge. We'll try and go to playoffs then. Well, hope you have a nice break. I'm sure most of you won't be coming back for next year because I reckon half of you will be sold. I'm not sure who. Facilities downgraded. I'm gonna request for them to be improved, but chances are, looking at their finances, they're not going to. What's our wage budget situation? £0. So yeah, definitely going to be selling players. I mean, Enrico, Rio, and Singo all already both leaving, so that frees up 26.5k. That frees up around 53k of wages. So that's 63k of wages. So that's pretty good. That's probably enough for probably all of these players. I honestly don't know. In terms of, I don't really know who I'm going to sell. Who is out of contract? So Addy's out of contract. Then again, I don't know who he is. Anthony Reese is out of contract. Rothman's out of contract. Lewis Cook is out of contract. That frees up around 70k, we'll call it, of wages. So I think we've got around 100k spare wages, plus the 2 players that are leaving. Yeah. And we've got a lot of dross lying around the squad, so I think anyone who is wanted, which is currently no one at the moment. I think if you are 2.5 star, you are on the chopping block, regardless of your potential. Like, what's his first name? Sondre. He's got 3.5 star potential. He is on the chopping block. He's probably going to end up being transfer listed. I don't really know what's happened or what's going to happen. So I think I'm probably just going to come back when the transfer window has, on the first day of the transfer window. Then hopefully I'll have had some time to think about who I want to get rid of. Hopefully. Well, it's currently the first day of the transfer window. Well, I think we're in for a good transfer special because, well, if somebody hasn't warned me, but I'm filming this 2 weeks in advance, so no one would have warned me, that if I did get relegated, which I didn't realise everyone was going to come to me saying, I want to leave. All those players have actually left, so we will find out which players have left very shortly, but let's take a look and see who we've been rumoured with. Just one player. Charlie Sleep. Don't know who he is. We will scout him just in case he is like a future wonder kid. I very much doubt it. That's all we've been rumoured with. I'm sure we'll sign players. So Brandon Williams has joined Celtic for a fee of 3.7 million. Again, he was one of the players that came to me in a grumpy. Enrique Rio has joined Watford for 4.7 million. Otasawi has joined Tottenham for 15 million, so that's not too bad. Then we welcome into the squad Isaac Paul, who is a 18-year-old centre-back, probably going to loan him out this year. He is 5-star potential, so that's pretty good. National League standard, Premier League potential, that's pretty good. Came in from Arsenal on a free transfer, so that's pretty good business. Then Martin Tapia, I'm actually surprised he's actually come in, because we're a championship club. He's probably one of the best centre-backs in the championship, I would have thought. We got him from Al Wada for 13.25 million. And look at his value. We're going to make a decent profit on this lad. So that's pretty good. They're already at 23. He's already made 42 caps for Chile. Yeah, I reckon by 30 years old, he's got to have made like 100 caps for Chile, I reckon. He might do. So anyone else? No, we do have one more player actually on the way. When's he joining? July. And I might have some less judgments about him. He does have decent current ability, so I might take back what I said about him in the last episode. He is, however, 30 years old, so he's quite old. Let's send Tapia on a intensive language course. We'll get these guys welcomed in. Right, that's all good. Yeah, fine. Right, let's see who else is leaving. So Danny Hayward is joining Rennes for a fee of 12.5 million. And Singo is joining Atalanta for 4.3 million. Evan Tyler is joining Derby for 5.25 million. Graham Moss is going to have his loan extended at Bournemouth for that. At the moment he is, unless he rejects it, which he should do. Then Andre Mihai, one of the players I don't really want to sell, but came to me in a grub, is going to Werder Bremen for 10 million, potentially rising up to 15 million. Then Lucas Catavenda is going to join in Metz for 5 million, potentially rising to 10.25 million. Then Tom Allingham, he's a youngster, is joining Fenerbahce for 7.75 million. Kai, again another player I didn't really want to sell, is going to Werder Bremen for 22.5 million. Then Malik Tillman is also joining Werder Bremen. What's that? 3 players they've signed from me. He's joining for 24 million technically. Then Matthias Rossmann is joining Bromby on a free transfer. So with all those players leaving, that has given us a transfer budget of just under 100 million. I mean, that's just ridiculous. 100 million. If we went back a month ago, we had a transfer budget of 4 million. Now we've just got under 100. You know what I'm thinking? We are going to get wonder-kids in. We do have some clauses we could sell. How much would we actually get? If we sold the Anceletto clause, his contract's up. I mean, we're going to sell that clause because his contract's up at the end of next year, so I think that's probably best for us. Jonathan David, when's his contract? Oh, we may as well just sell all these, get in a few extra spends easier, and may as well just sell that clause now. May as well just sell all of them. Who is he? Is he any good? I will keep him because he's got a big. We can receive a lot of money. Scott McTominay, I think we just cash in on him. Yeah, I think that's all good. So we'll just leave this one because he is still quite young. And we get 50% of the profit made for him. So he might go for big money if he is any good. Depending if his scout report is rubbish, we will just cash in on him. So what's that done to the transfer budget? It's just gone up $1 million. So we're at 97 million. So it's pretty good. Oh, we're going to build a really good squad. We've got more offers here. Was it loans? I think it's loan offers, but I will there's the confirmation of both Catherine and Hayward. What's this? Who is he? He's a goalkeeper. I mean, yeah, I'm planning on to get like another goalkeeper or 2 goalkeepers. Well, there's Archie Mayer leave. But if Archie Mayer leaves, well, it will put us over 100 million. I mean, that's just crazy. Yes, Henry Lawrence can go because he's pretty terrible, but he's a useful player to have. But yeah, I'm not really too bothered about him. I mean, it's just ridiculous. We're in the championship and we could end up spending over £100 million, maybe even 200 million if we use it on instalments as well. I mean, it's insane. No championship club should be able to spend 100 million. What is? I just want to check. What's the biggest transfer made last year? 30 million. What was it this year? Alessio by Falco went to Real Madrid. Another one. My good God, how many players did they sell to Real Madrid? Because I knew they sell one player. Or was it for Swansea? I think it was for Swansea. I definitely bought a player for Swansea. I think. Oh, who was it? It was the centre attacking mid from Atletico Madrid that I bought for Swansea. He went to Real Madrid, didn't he? Was it Real Madrid? Was it last year? I don't know what year it was or who it was for. Might have even been for transfers. I very much doubt it, but I don't know. I can't remember which year it was. But I will try and find him. Then I will update you. So far, I mean we've still got players leaving, so ignore this squad. So it's very difficult to plan transfer business when there's players on here which are still at the club. I mean, I still want to get rid of Colin Alport because we have promised him to let him leave, so we will transfer this to him, and I hope we can get some offers. But apart from that, I don't really know what else to do until like the 1st of July when our squad is completely out of this club. So I think I'm probably just going to come back on maybe like the 4th July. Then hopefully, the squad will probably be empty, and who knows, we might have brought in a couple of players. As you can see, it is the 4th of July. We have sold a couple more players. Let's just we have signed a couple players as well. But let's take a look at see what players could be leaving at the moment. We have had offers for Gabriel from River Plate, Palmeiras and Sao Paulo, so he could be possibly heading back home if he accepts one of the offers. We've had an offer from Colonelport, which is his winning scores, so 9.5 million, so he could be on his way out. Jamie Reynal could also be on his way out. Borja Mayoral could be also on his way out, and Andres Bogno is joining Hull City for 900k. Then players we've sold, I don't think there's anyone else that you didn't know about. No, I don't think there is. No, there isn't. All these players I recently told you about. So players we've signed, you already knew about Francho. He's come in. He's four-star current ability. That's pretty good. So at the moment he comes in as our best centre mid. So that's pretty good. Did we actually sign anyone on? Yeah, we did sign someone on the back end of last year. So we did sign Tommy Doyle, English centre mid, 30 years old, 3.5-star current ability, decent Premier League player. So I think that's a pretty good signing, going from Norwich for 15.75 million. Actually had a loan spell with us 10 seasons ago, so well, he's made his return 10 years later, so don't think fans were definitely expecting that. So we also signed Gabriel Missouri, I think it is. He's a Dutch centre mid, attacking mid player. I'm still not sure what position he is. I think we're going to play him in the attacking mid role. Got him from Ajax on a free transfer. Then Anthony is a Brazilian right winger, 4-star current ability. Got him. He's a good Premier League player. Got him from Tottenham on a free transfer. My good God. He went to Man United for 85 million, then left to go to Tottenham about 4 years later for 8.5 million. I was after he didn't really break into the Man United squad, did he? Apart from the first season. Because the second season, he only played 2 games, coming off the bench 22 times. My good God, he didn't have a good career at Man United. This is weird. In the 28-29 season, he didn't play a single game for Tottenham. I presume he must have had an injury. What year was it? 28 to 29. Did he have any injuries? 28, 10 days? Again, no, not really any significant injuries. I find that quite strange that he didn't play at all in that year, so I don't know what's gone on there. But then the 3 seasons after that, he was week in, week out. Well, not starting week in, week out, but pretty much playing every game. But I don't know. So squad is currently looking like this. We still have players sort of on the way out. So at the moment, we've just got one goalkeeper. We are on the lookout for another goalkeeper. So in terms of central defenders, at the moment, I'm going to say the players that have bids in for. So at the moment, we've got Gabriel, Andrew, Tapia. No, it's not Andrew, is it? It is Andrew. Who else? Susie. Right, he can probably go because I don't think we're gonna ever play him. I don't think we will. Probably just move him down to the under 21s. I think we'll just do that because he's definitely not good enough. Right, centre backs. Gabriel, Andrew, and Tapia. Is that it for centre backs? Yeah, that must be it. So right backs, we've got no one. Who did we have last year? Singo and someone else. So we definitely need 2 right backs. So far for left back, we've just got Allport. So if he goes, we need 2 left backs. So in terms of defence, 1 centre back, 2 right backs, and 2 left backs. Then centre mids, we've got Doyle, Francho. Is that it? And this guy, Anders, no, he's not. He's a striker. So centre mids, we've literally got Doyle and Francho. So we need 2 more centre mids. Then in terms of right wingers, we've got Sergio and Anthony. Then in the middle of the park, we've got Missouri and is that it? Just Gabriel Missouri. Must be. Then on the left, we've got Soto, I think. Yeah. What position's me? Oh, he's a striker. Then so far for strikers, we've just got Mural and Einerson and Anders Bogner because he's a striker. Not a very good one, but he is a striker. So at the moment, I think we need a goalkeeper, centre back or 2, 2 right backs, a left back or 2 left backs, 2 centre mids, right wingers we're good for, another attacking mid, another left winger, and possibly another striker. Yeah, so I reckon. How many players have actually under bids? We've got 4 players under bids. So I reckon at least 10, 11 more players. So hopefully by the time we come to play our first fixture, we should have a full squad. So it is the first day of the championship season. So let's take a look at who we have signed. And we are 1 short of a full 22-man squad. We just need a left back. And because we're in the championship, I try and sign big players, but then I realise, oh wait, I can't sign them because we're in the championship. They won't want to drop down the league. So it's been a little bit trickier. We do, however, have a lot of money still to play around with and a lot of wage budget left. So I reckon we'll sign at least 1 more player during the next episode, I reckon. So without further ado, let's meet the signings. Of course, we will start off with the signings we made last year, starting with Martin Tapia. He is a Chilean centre-back, 4-star current ability, 4.5-star potential, probably one of the best centre-backs, I reckon, in the championship, in my opinion. He's already performing at Premier League level. Got it from Al Wada for 13.25 million. Then secondly, we signed Tommy Doyle. He is a English centre mid, 3.5-star current ability. Again, already performing at a decent Premier League level. Came from Norwich for 15.75 million. They're moving on to this season, or this side of the season. We signed Francho. Well, I didn't sign him as the manager before me. He must have done a pre-transfer window agreement, which I don't really understand. I don't know why he did that, but he does look good. 4-star current ability, already performing at Premier League level. Got him, well, I didn't get him, but he came from Zaragoza on a free. Oh, I suspect his contract for Zaragoza must have been up at the start of this season, so I reckon it's probably a pre-contract thing. Okay, fine, I understand that now. Then Gabriel Missouri is a Dutch centre attacker mid, 3-star current ability, 3.5-star potential, championship level at the moment, but can be a good Premier League player. Got him from Ajax on a free transfer. Then Anthony is a Brazilian right winger. I mean, you should know who he is because he plays for Man U in this present day in real life. I don't know if he's any good because I've never actually seen him play. He is a good Premier League player. Got him from Tottenham on a free transfer. I think that's a very good signing. Then moving on to the signings remained off camera. Maximiliano Lovato is a Argentinian right back, 3-star current ability, 4-star potential. He is a leading championship right back, good Premier League player. He came from Man United for £6 million. I reckon we can make a decent profit on him when we eventually come to sell him, so I reckon that's a good signing. And then Joan Brunet is another Argentinian player. He's a left back, 3-star current ability, 3.5-star potential, already performing at championship level, could be a Premier League player in the future. Signed him from Brentford for just over £11 million, so I reckon that's a good signing there. Then Josu Felix is a Mexican striker, he's got good acceleration and decent pace. 3-star current ability, 4-star potential. Could be a good Premier League player in the future. Got him from Burnley for 11.25 million. Burnley got him on a free, so they made actually decent profit. I mean, I reckon we can make a decent profit if he scores a lot of goals. Then we sign Martin Quinones? I don't know. Martin is another Chilean centre-back, but can stronger. No, he is 6'6", so he is a centre-back, so he's going to be lethal at corners. I mean, look at that jumping reach. He is 3.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. Already performing at Premier League level. He's only 19. He could be one hell of a centre-back. Got it from Man City for 30 million. And his value is already at 40 to 60 million, so I reckon we'll make a profit on him again. And Sam Ince is a English centre mid, only 2.5-star current ability. I'm happy with that, it's fine. He is performing at a championship level, which it's good, it's fine. Got him from Salford for 1.5 million. Might have paid a little bit too much for him, but he's only a backup. Then Phil Jeffrey is a English centre-back. Felt like we could do with a couple more English players, considering we've got in loads of foreign players. He is 3-star current ability, 4-star potential. Currently in the championship, but could be a good Premier League player in the future. Got him from Brighton for 24.5 million. Again, his value is above the price we pay for him, so I reckon we can make a profit. Then Atale Karyaka, I think I pronounced that correctly, is a Turkish goalkeeper, 3-star current ability and 4.5-star potential. With this transfer, I did promise him that we would bring in a friend to the club, which we did. He's not very good though, but we'll make do with him. Atale is a leading championship goalkeeper, but could be a good Premier League player. I think we've probably picked up a very good goalkeeper here. Got him from Fenerbahce for 8.5 million, so quite cheap. I think that was his I can't remember if that was his release clause. I don't think it was. But moving on, Rodrigo de Leon is a Uruguayan wonderkid centre attacker mid. You'll be pleased to know I think I only signed one as wonderkid this transfer special, so I'm pleased with that. So he's got 3-star current ability, pretty much 5-star potential. He is already performing at championship level, but can be a really good Premier League player. So I reckon it's one for the future, but he looks very good. Got it from Nacional for just under 4 million, 3.5 million. So that is pretty cheap. What was his? Yeah, his value is just through the roof already. And Oliver Brindley is a English left winger on loan from Man City for this season. 2.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. Already performing at championship level. Again, he is only a backup for Ricardo Soto, so I think that's a pretty good option to have. Then Mario Carrasco is a German right back on loan from Bayern Munich for this season, so another good player there. Already performing at championship level, could be a Premier League player in the future. He was at Dortmund before Bayern Munich, so that's pretty good. He actually played. That's their second team. That doesn't count. Now, did he ever actually make any appearances for the full first team for Dortmund? No, he hasn't. So finally, but not well, for this episode, this is the last signing we made. Carter Kara Yilmaz, also other known the player that we brought in to settle down our goalkeeper. He is a Turkish centre mid. The stats wise, it's not too bad. Composure is 16, so that's pretty good. So he's 2.5-star. He is performing at championship level, so it's not like he's League One level, so which is good. Got him from. I didn't realise this till now. I didn't realise he had a spell at Sheffield United. 3-year spell at Sheffield United. He's back. I generally didn't even realise that. We bought him from Brighton for 4.6 million. He has returned. I generally didn't realise that. He actually looked pretty good the first time. I generally didn't even realise we had him and brought him back. That's a surprise. I generally didn't even realise that. Then we have also sold a hell of a lot of players. I don't know which players have gone. I think it's all down to Alport, have gone. I think. So far, we have sold Stollen to Man United for 31 million. So that's pretty good. Very good. Very good money for him. Bernard Brennan went to Portsmouth for 4.6 million. Matt Cox went to Sunderland for 1.8 million, and that's pretty much all the outs we did, apart from these ones which you already knew about. I told you them during the last clip you saw. So I think that's pretty much, apart from we still need a left back, that is transfer business done, unless anyone else leaves, which I very much doubt it. And also, pre-season went very well. We actually beat Liverpool, which is very surprising. Who do they have? They've still got Jurgen Klopp as manager. What's he been manager for, like 16 years? 16 years! That must be some sort of record. Surely it is. Is there a... Can I see a record? Is there a record, like, for the longest serving manager? No, I don't think there is. No. But that's pretty outstanding. I don't think there's any other managers that have been at the same club longer than Klopp has. I reckon he could be on for breaking the Arsene Wenger and Alex Ferguson record, which I don't know how long they were managers for, but it must have been like 20, 30 years at their respectable clubs, Arsenal and Man United. So, most of the transfer business done. Let's take a look at the season preview. We are predicted first. I'm not surprised, because we've got a real good squad. I'd say probably one of the best. So, how many players do we have in the Dream 11? So we've got Tapia, Anthony, Francho, and Andrew Omo Babadelli. I think that's how you say it. I think that's how you pronounce it. Omo Babadelli. I think I pretty much smashed it. No one else. So our key players predicted for this year: Tapia and Andrew Omo Babadelli. Again, that's a tricky name to say. We'll just call it Babadelli for short, yeah. Yeah, I think I will, yeah. So, I think that's probably it for this episode. So, I will see you all tomorrow, where we will be playing our first championship games of this season, which will be against Barnsley and Cardiff. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.